Hey everybody, I'm Javeda Bay and welcome back to the Honest Millennial. And I know it's been a minute since I've put out a new episode. You know what you gonna do about it? I've been making other content. But I needed to make this video today because if you don't follow me on social media, you may not have seen, but I had my TikTok account permanently banned today, with no warning, like nothing. I just like went to open the app and it was like, your account's been banned. And I obviously immediately sent like the appeal email, and not even a minute later, I got the nope, we're solidified in our decision. You were permanently banned from TikTok. And so I felt called to like make a YouTube video because I don't think we're really talking about the censorship of sexuality professionals on social media and all of the ramifications and ripple effects of that. So I want to do that because I've always known this is a thing. But this firsthand one just like really just like lit a fire in me, and I was like, I need to talk about this. Also, like, what else am I gonna do? Like, I can't fight TikTok. I am a one-woman show. I don't have the power behind me to fight TikTok. But I do got the power to make YouTube videos and spread the word about the unfair treatment that so many sexuality professionals and other content creators experience being on the TikTok app. And so if you're not aware, censorship for sexuality professionals on social media is like hardcore, rampant, and unjust, truly. And what the censorship looks like, it looks like banning accounts that talk about sexual content. It's about like minimizing like who it gets pushed out to, how much it gets pushed out. Also making it that we can't use actual words on social media platforms. Like you have to spell sex completely different ways on TikTok. It's like SECKS or SEGGS, but like spelling out the word sex is going to get your account flagged, and you might get a community guideline violation. So we already have this one barrier, and like we have to come up with new ways to talk about things that we shouldn't have to do. Like, we should just be able to say the word sex. We should be able to spell the word sex without any problem. But social media platforms are adamant on like shadow banning and keeping people from their content actually being pushed out. So we have to get creative. And with that means that we have to tread very carefully in what we do. And me personally, I had to tread very carefully for things that were extremely out of my control. I obviously am a bigger chested woman. Me showing too much cleavage got me flagged for being like sexually inappropriate. I'm not doing nothing. I didn't like intentionally like, ooh, boobies. But just like the way my body is was a problem, and I got flagged for those types of things. But this censorship problem is not just like a TikTok thing. It happens on Instagram. It happens on Facebook. There's so much censorship, and it's truly unjust for the simple fact that me as a sex educator, what I'm doing is not promoting anything wrong. I'm offering sex education. I am literally teaching. That is what I do on social media. And so to be like, nope, you can't do this anymore, further like suppresses sex education, which we know everyone needs. Like, I promise you, everyone in your life needs some form of sex education. Like, everyone needs it. But sexuality educators are constantly censored and suppressed. And it's not like we're posting anything inappropriate. We are posting educational content. And it goes to show that it is intentional for sexuality professionals, because I could not post like sex toys at all on my platform on TikTok. Like, every time I tried to post a video with sex toys in it, it immediately got taken down. Like, it didn't even have a chance to live. But like, off of Pretty Politics, people that are conventionally beautiful, especially individuals that are conventionally beautiful and white, post sex toys all the time, no questions asked. Their stuff is up and living long time, never a worry. I do not have that same luxury. Other content creators that look like me do not have that same luxury. And that also goes to show just like how biased and just like sexist, homophobic, transphobic social media platforms are as well, because it's not just sex educators that experience this. It's also like queer and Black and other content creators of color that are suppressed and censored in their content, and not getting anywhere near the same advantages as other content creators because of the color of their skin, their sexual orientation, the way they look. It's all unjust. The censorship is like never ending. And there's only so much we can do. Like, there's literally only so much that we can do because these are the platforms that are used by the wider population. So in my case, all of my work lives on social media because that is my mission, is to offer comprehensive, inclusive sex education that is accessible for everyone. And what's more accessible than social media? Like, you can get on any social media platform, and a lot of them you don't have to have an account to do it. Like, you can scroll TikTok without having an account. So it's really important to me to be on social media because I want to make sure that anyone that's ever looking for sex education, wherever they go to look for it, can find it, especially from me. So to be booted off of platforms, like, one, stops that share of information. But also, sex education is my business. The Millennial Sexpert is my business. Sex ed is what I do. That is what brings in my income. That is what pays my bills. That is what feeds me. So to be booted off of platforms where I was really growing a audience base and a community, especially in a week that I am teaching a workshop and now I can't promote it as I would have because I don't have a following on this new account I created, it impacts people's finances. Like, it impacts my livelihood, especially because I was getting more opportunities with different brands from my TikTok than I was any other social media platform. And now that is not the case. I have to start from the ground up and rebuild a following so that other brands will see me and want to work with me. So again, livelihood is impacted. So when sex educators and sexuality professionals talk about how social media is like a not great place to be on, but it is a requirement in doing this work if we truly want to grow and educate the masses, like, listen to them, understand what we are talking about. It's not just like a, oh man, I lost all my followers. No, losing an account means I've lost a stream of income. I have lost a community base and the support I was able to offer people, with no 100% guaranteed way that I could get back in touch with them. I have lost connections with other sexuality professionals that I probably don't know on other platforms. So it is super duper duper important to recognize all the ways that this plays out. It's not just like a instant, like a one little bit thing and it's like, oh, you can get over it. Yes, I will get over it eventually. And also, it's going to take a while to put back in all of that work. I've been putting in that work for over a year. That's a year's worth of work gone down the drain. I can't get it back. I don't have the content. I can't get any of it. So that is what you need to be mindful for. This censorship is not just like lolly dolly. It's serious. It is affecting people's work. It is affecting the education that we are able to provide, because sex education also does not just focus on what happens in the bedroom. Sex education touches communication. It touches your relationships. It touches your own emotional capacity and how you understand your relationship with yourself and others. Like, sex education touches it all. And if you haven't heard me say it, I believe that sex education is a pillar of social justice. So to censor me as a sex educator on a platform is to censor social justice. Think about it. So yeah, I just want to encourage anyone, everyone, and their mothers and their grandmothers, everyone you know, that if you are following any sexuality professionals, sex educators on social media platforms, make sure you follow them on all their platforms. Do not just think that following them on one thing is going to be enough, because you never know if that one profile is going to be gone the next time you try and go look for it. Also, a lot of sexuality professionals have email lists. Sign up for folks' email lists so that way... I don't know what you mean. So that way you can stay in the know about what they're doing, what's going on, why you can't find their TikTok account, or things of that nature. But also just be vocal. Like, if you see that somebody's account is gone, go and report that on Instagram. Report it on TikTok. Like, hey, this account is missing. What the heck happened? Like, you also can help by being not proactive, because you don't know if it's going to happen, but like being actively engaged in trying to help sexuality professionals keep their platforms, keep their audience, and continue to do the work they're doing in terms of sex education or whatever other realms of sexuality they are working in. But yeah, it sucks. It really does. I did cry. I did. It really blew. Because I finally was at a point where I was like, steady growth. Like, it was amazing. I felt good. And now I got to do it all over again. But I am going to do it all over again because I know that what I do as the millennial sexpert, as a sex educator on social media platforms, impacts people in a positive way. And I'm not going to take that away just because TikTok wants me to go away. They're not getting rid of me. So if you are on TikTok, follow my new TikTok account at Call Me Dr. Effin. And if you are like, what does that even mean? Friendly reminder, I am currently working on my PhD in human sexuality because I will eventually be Dr. Effin because my last name is Fry Nekrasova. So it's like FN are my initials, but also it's a double entendre on effing, you know, the act of effing, the act of sex, that thing I talk about. Yeah. But yeah, censorship sucks. Absolutely. And it really sucks for sexuality professionals. So just keep that in mind. Really support sex educators and their content, and all content creators too, because content creation also takes time. Like the amount of hours I put into my TikTok, just down the drain. So support people's content because it takes time. But yeah, that's that. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel because this is also another platform that I teach on. And follow me on all my social medias, but definitely make sure you subscribe to my email newsletter and come back anytime because there's so much content on this YouTube channel that you should be watching. But until next time, I'm gonna see y'all later. Deuces.